So I don't know. Wait, see if any my people tune in. I just want to talk about the fact that hindsight should be 2020, and black people, not just black people, but America in general, Trump presidency have proven that we don't have any hindsight. I did a video saying Trump is the Manchurian candidate, and I state these based off actions that Trump did and how those actions benefited Russia. I state that based off the fact that I investigated Trump finances and see how he was financially propped up by Russia, how he was loaned money, millions and millions of dollars from Russian banks that he did not have to pay back. Then you look at the fact that Trump had Russian servers at Trump Tower that he was communicating with. You look at the fact that his chief of staff, first chief of staff, or head of his campaign also was convicted of communicating with the Russians and not letting the FBI know that he was communicating with the Russians. But how you really know that Trump was a Manchurian candidate is you look at his policies and how his policies affected America and benefited Russia, right? And I am not a Biden supporter because I don't think black people should support Biden, who created our condition as far as mass incarceration with the 1994 crime bill, right? With the 1994 crime bill. So I asked, I don't know if the sound went off or not. But so he passed the 1994 crime bill, which led to the mass incarceration of blacks. So I'm not a supporter of Biden, but the Republicans leave us no choice supporting this racist Donald Trump as well. So this is why I say we take advantage of this third party candidate process and show our discontent with the Republican Party and vote third party. With the Democratic Party as well as with the Republican Party, vote third party so that our demands eventually be met. But back to why I say Trump was a Manchurian candidate. Let's look at the policies that he did. First of all, Trump came out talking about suspending NATO. Who would that benefit? That would benefit Russia, right? For attacking and taking over the countries that they want to expand and take over. And we know NATO, Russia was opposed to NATO. Second, Trump canceled the deal with Iran. When Iran was in compliance with the deal, why did Trump cancel the deal with Iran? Because he wanted to put Iran on embargo so that Iran could not supply its oil to the international market. What this does was this was weakening America's resolve to be able to deal with the war when Russia attacked Ukraine, because Russia was one of the main oil suppliers. Also, what Trump did was he applied tariffs on NAFTA, right? You have to understand that America gets 92 to 94% of Canada's oil to refine it. So him placing tariffs on Canada oil, making Canada oil more expensive for us to purchase, right, causes the cost of oil to go up and cause Canada to go and seek and ship oil overseas. We are ignoring these type of things, right? So this also made lessen the amount of oil America had access to, right? So this also weakened our resolve as far as us dealing with the war in Ukraine, because it will make us more subjective to oil price changes. We just have to really look at things hindsight 2020. But white racism has blindfolded America so much that they don't care that they had a Manchurian candidate in the White House, and they're willing to put this Manchurian candidate back in the White House because America liked hindsight. because they are blinded by racism. This is something that we as a people have to understand and see and prepare for the fall of America. We think America will always exist and it will not. It will collapse. All you have to do is pick up a goddamn history book and look at why did this Greek civilization that they love and fantasize so much fall? It fell from wealth inequality. Rome. Why did Rome that they love so much fall? It didn't fall from being conquered. Rome collapsed due to wealth inequality. This happens with all European societies. This is something we have to be clear in. America is at a height of wealth inequality that's unseen in any period in history. So back to me saying that Trump is a Manchurian candidate. Placing tariffs on NAFTA when you're dealing with, we get oil from Canada, right? 92% of their oil came to us, 92 to 94% of their oil came to us in order for us to send it through our refineries. So him doing that, like I said, harmed America, limited it, gave us less access to oil, made us more vulnerable to foreign affairs. Another issue we have here, right, is that, okay, another thing I'm saying is Donald Trump placed tariffs on China. You cannot do a trade war with China without balancing your budget. You have to understand China buys your debt in order to artificially, right, keep your dollar high in order to make their goods and services cheaper to you when you buy from their country. The only reason why they do that is to maintain you as their customer base. If America no longer wants to be China customer base, you cannot expect to borrow money from them. They no longer have incentive to buy your debt in order to keep your dollar high. So if you want to keep your dollar high, which America needs is a strong dollar, then you would have to balance the budget and tax $2 trillion tax cut for the wealthy, right? Further increase the deficit in the budget, meaning we would have to borrow more money. I'm just saying hindsight should be 2020, and we should look at the negative effects of Trump presidency and understand how that is collapsing America. But me myself, I would sit back and say not vote for presidency black people, and if Donald Trump win, let him collapse this motherfucker because black people know how to survive. It's these white people who depend on this government for their survival. But yes, we're going to have to prepare to defend ourselves because they're going to get very, very, very violent soon. This is what black people don't understand. I'm just saying hindsight should be 2020, and black people should understand that white people greed is so high that they will destroy one another. Hindsight should be 2020, and we should understand that this dude worked for the Russians. But we don't do our own investigation. We allow the media and other people to speak for us, and we do not do our own research, and that is the problem. But I've done my research. This dude is a Manchurian candidate.